Good morning, everybody. Oh, gosh, I hope y'all are doing well this morning, survivors. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Vonnie, guys. Please remember, guys, to subscribe and comment below, guys, and share your experiences with us, guys. Yeah, guys, I'm a morning person. I have my cup of coffee here, and I'm just ready to talk to you guys this morning about narcissists, their biggest weaknesses, guys. Their weakness, everybody has a weakness. Narcissists definitely have weaknesses, guys, and their weakness is simple. It's the truth mixed with proof, guys. And I'm going to go into detail and explain this as carefully as I can, guys. But yeah, it's the truth. This is what they're trying to protect, guys. The way this works, guys, it's just the narcissist is going to work very, very, very hard to change the outcome of being exposed. They are just doing anything that they can. It's just so crazy. You would think that they are part of like the secret service, like the way that they are trying to protect the fact that who they really are. They just don't want it to happen, so they go take things extremely far, guys. They do this by way, smear campaigns. They'll flip it, and they're just trying to get everyone out there on their side. Everyone, the court system, any of your past co-workers, past old schoolmates, even some of your weak-minded. I say weak-minded, I mean individuals who just don't have a higher level of intellectual thinking. Some of them may be in your families, unfortunately, and that's so close to home because your family, they have more access to personal information about you, more access to maybe it's your extended cousins or brothers, or sometimes narcissists unfortunately will get to them and convince them that what you're saying about them is not true. And it's just so exhausting, guys. It's exhausting. I know how it feels to deal with all of this stuff. And the thing that is hurting the most is that people are starting to look at you like you may be the one that's not being honest about the things that happen. It's just bizarre, guys. But crazy people, they know a lot of people. Crazy people know a lot of people. I mean, the narcissists, they are always out there networking. They're always building up their network, always trying to, just pretty much make people think they're a nice, kind, friendly person. So they know a lot of people, guys. That's how they're able to recruit flying monkeys and gang stalkers. And it's sad. They're just basically just lying to everybody and twisting the truth. And this is by way of projection, also projecting the things that they did to you, on you, and gaslighting. It's just, it's obvious. They don't want to be punished, or, they don't want to be exposed, basically. So they're going to do anything that they have to do in their power to change the outcome, guys. For their actions, they don't want to be punished for their actions. They don't want to be sued or thrown in jail or just losing anything. They don't want to take any losses because to them it's some type of game. It's like, I'm a winner and I'm playing, to win. It's like, it's winners and losers. They're so arrogant, and they have a sense of that they just pretty much hate consequences. They don't like being punished for anything, so they go really out their way to change the outcome, change the narrative. I mean, if other people knew the truth about what they were doing, they would avoid them at all costs. Nobody would want to deal with them, and they can't handle that. They can't accept that. That's their weakness. Again, the truth and proof. If you have the truth mixed with proof and evidence, they know they're going down. So it's a part of their perfect plan to pretty much, I mean, everything is too much is at risk for them. That's how they feel. Too much is at risk. So, if other people see them for who they really are, they're not going to talk to them. They don't want to hang out with them. They don't want to even be, friendly to them. And the narcissist, they're not going to tolerate that. So they are going this far to make everybody think that you're the one with the problem. So the individuals behind the mask, guys, they are abusers, alcoholics, drug addicts, liars, cheaters, bullies, con artists. Narcissists are con artists. They're confident enough to pull a con on everybody. And con artists, they know legal loopholes. They just always look for something, for some type of loophole. I'm sorry. Especially if you're, doing the co-parenting thing, the court orders, they state things, but it's impossible. No order is going to state every little single thing. They have basic things that they state, like, your kid goes over with, the narcissist from, Friday time he gets out of school till Monday. He has to take him back to school in the morning, every other weekend, and 2 weeks with the narcissist in the summer, and rotate, 2 weeks with you. They'll state things like that, and that, y'all got to communicate this and that, and they'll state things based on what you're claiming the narcissist is doing in court. Like, he's showing up, late and leaving your kid at school or dropping your kid off at school late. They'll state that, he or she shouldn't be late to school. They should be on time and have the kid properly ready for school or whatever. But they will always find some loophole. Like, they'll say, the weather was too bad where they're at and they couldn't, they'll miss a visit or something like that. Maybe you had plans to, go out of town for the weekend. That's the narcissist custody time. Maybe that's the narcissist time that, they're supposed to get your child. Maybe you had plans to go out of town and you already paid for the trip or whatever. And the narcissist just will find some type of way to make an excuse to make things hard on you. They'll say, the weather was bad when it really wasn't bad like that. You know how they sometimes it's happening. Sometimes they'll call for bad weather and then it doesn't really happen the way that they think it's going to happen. But the narcissist may use that as an excuse to miss some of their parenting time, because they don't really want to get your kids anyway. It's just all a game for them, and they get to use their skills. They look at the judges. They look at them like, okay, I have to get these people on my side, and I'm the good person, and this, this person, us, they're the bad people. So I'm going to twist this and turn this as much as I can. I'm going to find every little flaw, everything that, I know about them, and I'm going to twist it so well. And they do very good in court. I don't want to give them too much credit, guys, but it's just the fact that they really hold themselves well in court. I mean, they just seem to know the legal system. That's why it's very important to, just keep on educating yourself, keep on understanding what your narcissist is doing and how to bring that out in court. It's a lot of ways to do that. But, back to my point, they are con artists. They are always up to some type of con or scam, no matter what it is. Even with some of you guys that are divorcing them with escaping, they're going to try to escape child support. They are known to have, everybody talks about it. They are bad with money. So, and they hate, paying child support, so they are known to switch jobs or to find legal loopholes in the child support system too, asking for a decrease, switching jobs, claiming that, they're a contractor, because, in my state, contractors don't have child support coming out their check. They just pay it whenever they, pretty much feel like it, as long as they don't just go like a super long time without paying it. That's what the child support worker told me here. So I was just like, wow. But the fun facts is that the narcissist is not a contractor. He just knows, I guess he talks to people and finds out things, and they just take risk. They take risk, with the lies that they tell in court. They just figure that you're never going to find out. And if you do, they're just going to find a way to twist it again, So they are known to play all types of games with child support, to quit jobs, move around a lot, even alimony, to hide money and give it to somebody else to put into their account, just all types of things. They are con artists. They are always up to some type of scam or some way to get over on people. Even the people that they meet that don't know them, their new supply, potential, dating partners, they're going to hide who they are from them. They can't even, show who they are or be themselves because they know the person will never talk to them. So they are con artists. They are liars, manipulators, they are junkies. They do drugs all the time, they're bums, So on the other side of that mask, the false self, this is what they wish to be. This is what they want people to perceive them as. They want to be looked at as successful, well-respected, happy, healthy, kind, stable individuals. That's what they want everybody to look at them as. This is how they get a lot of, new supply. And this is the mistake that a lot of court systems make, because they're so busy trying to go off of the narcissist character in court, which is just like, probably like a 2-hour trial when you go. It's like about 2 hours. You telling me that you think what's the best interest of my child with a person that's only presenting, a false image to their self just for 2 hours. And just because they may, speak, kindly to you, they're just using tactics to, to trick you. Actually, it's just narcissism. They're just being the kindest, well-spoken people in court. They are just actors. It's so crazy. But all in all, guys, they're very dangerous. There are a lot of narcissists that have taken, others' lives, their ex-partners. They have, taken their lives. And, in lieu of this, just because this is National Domestic Violence Month, I'll be talking about, domestic violence a little this month. But it's hard to talk about that because that's some of the toughest things that, one of the toughest things you can experience when someone just, physically attacks you. And you never been through the court system, and it's just the process. It's just excruciating. It is so painful, and it's just so stressful. Just going to court, and 9 times out of 10, your abuser is going to say that they didn't do these things to you, and you're dealing with that. That's a whole nother level of just because you're trying to, you're just in fear that maybe people are not going to believe you, and you're scared of this person still. You're just dealing with so much. So I will be talking about that because I don't really talk about domestic violence too much. But, all in all, I wanted to say that they'll do anything to keep that facade up. They'll do anything, So the best thing, guys, we can do is, just go no contact, 0% if possible. If you have the possibility to go, just 0% no contact, which you don't have to deal with a narcissist at all. I highly suggest that they are they're just not good individuals. They will bring you down. They will ruin your life, by way of our screwed up legal system. So, if this is not possible, if you do have kids, then you can try the 99.9% no contact, just switching up things, being careful when you go to, common grounds such as the kids' schools and, football and basketball games, just being careful, at the games and events and watching yourself. But for the most part, just keep them out of your world, guys. They showed you who they are, and, you have to believe them. So, that's their weakness, the truth and proof. They are going out of their way to protect that. They don't want to be exposed at all. And if they feel like they're at risk for being exposed, then they're going to try to ruin your life, basically, to sum it up, guys. So, guys, tell me what you think, guys. Keep on, guys, please keep on sharing these videos with others. I know they can help people. We are still growing. It's a lot of, it's a lot going on out here, guys. It's a lot of injustice going on with the court system. I'm not just talking about family court. talking about domestic violence, child support court. It is so much going on. I'm just glad that, social media is as big as it is now, because it wasn't like this when my case started off. It wasn't like this. I think they're working in California. They're working on, I think they filed to impeach advocates over there, filed to impeach a judge. Now, I am hoping that everything works out, because this judge is absolutely awful. From what I read, this judge has an issue with I think she has an issue, either they said with people that were survived domestic violence, and it could be women also, which is weird. She just biased towards that for some reason. It may be something that she went through, or somebody that she knows went through, but she is apparently just taking kids away. And I know that a lot of y'all men, y'all have dealt with this. So every judge is different. Some of y'all men will deal with judges that are super hard on men, taking your rights away and throwing, putting you in jail and all that. But this particular judge that, they're trying to impeach, she has an issue with women and people that went through domestic violence, and she's biased, and she's just doing horrible things, like putting kids in the arms of abusive men, and just awful. Men that, some of them have criminal records, and this judge is doing whatever she wants to do, which is a big problem. Like, the family court system and the court system, to me, absolutely have too much power. It needs to be more structure in the system, because it's a lot of injustice going on. And I'm hoping that, our kids, as they age and get older, things will change. I know it won't change in my lifetime, because that's just how they choose to do things now, in this society, in our system. I'm fighting for this change, guys, and you should too be a part of this. But you have judges, they have all this power, and they have immunity, meaning you can't sue them. Some people, their children actually, unfortunately, have been seriously harmed and did not make it, or sexually abused, because of the judges are narcissists themselves. So when you go up in the courtroom and you're telling them what happened and on your case, they are just so arrogant. They just don't care about your kid anyway. They don't care. So they're putting them back in abusive people's hand, whether it's a woman or a man. They just are like, they just love pain and conflict. So they just gonna do what they want to do. So we don't need people like that in office. It needs to be it needs to be a lot of change in this system. It bothers me so much, because even on my case, I feel like a lot of things that happened shouldn't have happened. And I'm just, that's why I started this channel, guys. I am just, trying to help people, and some people are new to this. Some people actually haven't been to court. They are still with the narcissist. So I never know, every video that I make, I never know who will be listening. So I try my best to explain things the best way that I can, in hopes of helping others. Maybe they'll pick up one thing that I said out of, 3 or 4 videos, and maybe this could help somebody, legally. I don't know. But we are all advocates. We are all wanting change. We all understanding this narcissism. It's very, very important that you guys keep on learning. Maybe you may have to help somebody one day. You never know. It's important, guys. But I'm just I'm hoping that change happens. It's just, the legal system right now, it's just concerning. A lot of the cases that I read, I think that judge that I was just telling you about, that everybody's trying to impeach in California, I'll put her name down, but I believe what was said is that the judge before her, they had issues with, and they had filed a complaint against him, numerous complaints. So you can file complaints if your custody cases are that bad. You can file complaints, but a lot of people don't, because you're scared. You're in fear that they're going to take your kids away for good, and just try to make it seem like that you're crazy or something. And I understand, yes, they can do that. I'm not going to say that they're not. If you fight and they have all this power. And if you piss somebody off, you piss a crazy person off, yes, they may say, oh, well, you're crazy, so I'm gonna take your kids. Well, you ain't gonna be able to see them anymore because you're filing these complaints, and we told you that we don't find any, we don't find this other parent at fault, and that's just how we feel about the issue. So yes, you can file complaints and let them build up, because this judge may be doing these things to other people, maybe anyways, but I'm getting a little bit off point. But the judge before this judge, there was this woman that she was asking for a restraining order against her ex. He was abusive, and he was just scaring her. He was stalking, and what narcissists do. They stalk, and they carry on, and they really try to get to you. So she was scared, and she had the right to be scared. So the judge told her, no, I'm not going to give you a restraining order. And, whatever the things that he did, yeah, we do find some type of, that he has some issues, but we don't think you're at risk right now. Like, we just feel like, you don't have nothing to worry about right now. And it's just a big mistake. It's the lack of education that they have. It just makes all of us wonder, like, what kind of training they really, really have, because they definitely, and I mean definitely, need more training. They need to know about this narcissism. They definitely, hopefully in the future one day they will be able to, personality tests will be able to be more effective, than what they are now. I know they use a lot of lie detectors tests, even, cops use those, but not so much in the family court system. But hopefully personality tests will be more, they'll be more popular at, at employment, at, jobs and employers, and even in the court system, because they need to understand what this is. But so the lady, she told him that, and the guy, her ex-husband, he ended up, yes, he did kill her. And it's just so awful, because the courts could have gave her a restraining order, but victims of abuse, they just are not trying to. A lot of them. I'm not saying all judges, because there are some good judges out here. I met maybe one or two, so I can't say everybody, but there are some judges out here that do not care. They just choose not to do anything, and they think you're just being over dramatic, probably because they don't understand narcissism. They don't understand abuse. They don't even understand domestic violence. They're just there to make a ruling. So they don't feel like you're at risk when you tell them everything that's going on. So her ex-husband ended up killing her. He went to jail, and how crazy this case was, he got out because they said it was circumstantial evidence. They kept on saying that, I think they said that the case was too much focused on the domestic violence issues he had with the woman. And I'm just like, it's the lack of education. He should have never gotten out of jail. It's just awful. It's an awful case, and it's just so sad that the family and her kids won't get the justice that they deserve. So if this stuff is going on, we have to change this by sticking together. I'm pretty sure, I'm optimistic that the right people, this information will get into the hands of the right people, and as long as we still stay bonded together and we keep on growing all these channels, some people have bigger platforms, and there'll be change one day, guys. Maybe not anytime soon, but we are survivors of abuse, guys, and we will create change, guys. So yes, that's what I have to say, guys, and just keep on spreading the awareness, guys, and I hope all of you guys have a blessed day.